Hi scientists! Today we are going to do one of my absolute favorite experiments, elephant toothpaste. So, the reason why this is one of my favorite experiments is because it is such a cool chemical reaction. Now, to do this at home, you are going to need a few things that may or may not have in your cupboards, but hopefully you do. First thing you're going to need is hydrogen peroxide. If you have this at home, you should be good to go. If you also have like 20, 30, 40 volume hair developer, not the cream, we need the liquid, that will also work perfectly because that is also hydrogen peroxide. The other thing you are going to need is some yeast. You can use the packets of the rapid rise or instant yeast. Those will also work as catalysts for our reaction today. So, a little bit of background about our elephant toothpaste. No, sadly, it is not actually toothpaste for an elephant. However, it is a really, really cool physical explanation of what we call rapid decomposition. So our main ingredients in our elephant toothpaste reaction are hydrogen peroxide, which is H2O2, yeast, which is a catalyst, which is going to help power our reaction. That's what catalysts do. Dish soap, and a little bit of food coloring. So once you gather all of your things, hydrogen peroxide, yeast, dish soap, food coloring, and something to put it in, preferably a plastic water bottle that's empty, you should be good to go. I'm going to do 2 elephant toothpaste reactions for you today. One that is safe for you to do at home, and one that is only safe for me to do here at XWorks, but it's pretty spectacular. The first thing you are going to add for your elephant toothpaste reaction is hydrogen peroxide into your plastic water bottle. Now, if you want your reaction to be pretty awesome, and who doesn't, you are going to want to add about a couple of inches of hydrogen peroxide at the bottom of your plastic water bottle. All right. Next, if you would like to make your reaction have some fun colors, go ahead and add a couple of drops of food coloring in. Give that a little swirl. Next, we're going to add a little bit of dish soap. Now, I'm really going to add a catalyst, which is what chemists and biologists and biochemists use to increase the speed of a reaction, to get something to go a little bit faster. We give it kind of a little bit of a nudge. And our catalyst today for this reaction is going to be yeast. So, I'm going to go ahead and open up our package. Once everybody is ready, you've got something to kind of catch your mess just in case. We're going to go ahead and pour our yeast into our bottle. We got to wait and see. Now, I'm going to give it a little bit of a stir. You're going to notice it's growing. So the reason why we added the soap is because the soap helps trap those oxygen bubbles in there. And it kind of looks like our elephant toothpaste is very slowly being squeezed out of the bottle. So now that we have done the do-it-yourself at-home version of elephant toothpaste, I'm going to show you my version of elephant toothpaste. First thing that's different, I'm going to be using something different to put it in. This is called a round bottom flask. It is a chemist tool. We use it for liquids. We use it when we need to swirl things. They're really easy to use for different experiments, like this one. Next thing that's different is we are going to be using 30% hydrogen peroxide. You can't find this at the store. You have to be a college, university, educational institution to find something that is this concentrated because it is dangerous. So we are going to be using 30%, which is 10 times stronger than what you can find at the store. The other thing that is different is we're going to be using a different catalyst. This catalyst is called potassium iodide. And this is also something that you would have to buy if you're an educational institution, but it's a really, really, really good catalyst, and it really helps that oxygen escape from its bonds with the hydrogen. So I'm going to add 75 milliliters of 30% hydrogen peroxide, or H2O2, into my round bottom flask. Next, I'm going to add a little bit of our dish soap. Again, it's to trap those bubbles, to make our reaction awesome. That's just a dash, doesn't need to be a lot. I'm going to go ahead and swirl. Got a little bit of a reaction going on here. You can notice that it turned a little yellow. All right. Next, I'm going to add some food coloring. So I'm going to do a little bit differently. I'm going to try and drip it down the sides and see if I can't get a fun striped pattern on my elephant toothpaste today. All right. The last thing that we need to add is our catalyst. That is potassium iodide in a solid form. All right, 3, 2, 1. So one thing that's really amazing about this reaction is it's so quick. It is also fun to play with. Yes, I can touch with gloves on. Also, it looks like toothpaste, which is really cool. And as you can see, it keeps going. So as long as I have enough of all of my reactants, which is my hydrogen peroxide, my catalyst, and if I've got enough soap in there, I can make some really fun bubbles. It is messy. It does get a little crazy, but it's one of my favorite experiments. Another thing that you can actually notice is you can see two different colors here. So you can see this is really white with some blue, and this is yellow with some blue. That yellow is from the iodine in my potassium iodide. When iodine is by itself, it has this fun yellow color. All right, I'm gonna let that go ahead and just do its thing. Thanks for experimenting with me today. I hope you had a lot of fun, and I hope you learned something new. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments below. You can reach out on social media, or go ahead and send us an email. Until next time, stay curious.